Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is Visible Lady of Faith coming to you with 8 points inspired by the Sunday school lesson entitled Freedom, Love, and Faith for Sunday, May the 22nd, 2022. So I had asked my husband to pick a number between 1 and 10, and those were going to be the number of things that I was going to talk about that keeps us from unconditional love. So here we go. Okay, before I talk about my 8 points of unconditional love that keeps us from unconditional love, I want to ask y'all, how do y'all feel about unconditional love? What does love look like to you? How do you define love? Love can be complicated sometimes, right? So leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Because I think love is one of the main themes in the Bible, but it's also one of the hardest things to do. So I'm going to talk about these 8 points that keep us from unconditional love. Number 1 of 8 is judging others. Why do we feel the need to judge others in the first place? What does it accomplish? Okay. Why do we need to come to a conclusion about anybody, who they are, what they do, or what they look like? So when we I guess get rid of that judgmental mentality, we learn, we grow, and we learn to process our life's experiences. Okay, and I thought about my biological grandmother, who gave her away when she was born. Even though I don't know the whole story, my biological grandmother gave my mother to her sister. So her sister raised her as her daughter until she passed away in a ferry accident. So the number 2 thing that keeps us from unconditional love is expectations. I think expectations cause a lot of problem because we think people should do or think the way we do things or the way we think. Okay? We expect our children when they go to school, we expect them to learn, to do their homework, to cooperate with the people in authority. So we also expect in our relationships with our partners, we expect our partners to be loyal, supportive, and responsible. Okay? So that's another thing expectations is another thing that keeps us from unconditional love. Now, the third thing that keeps us from unconditional love is selfishness. We place money and power over compassion, empathy, morals, and integrity. Integrity, knowing the difference between right and wrong. Empathy is putting ourselves in someone else's, so to speak, shoes to understand what they're going through or how they feel about something. Okay, compassion is just caring for others. Have a caring attitude, a caring spirit, and reaching out to others to help them in whatever way that we can. Okay. Adding on to number 3, which is selfishness, we should, not just as believers, but as humans, we should treat others the way we want to be treated. Just look at the state of our country today. The political, economical, educational, justice, law enforcement, racial hatred, misinformation, etc. is like out of control. So I think a lot of this confusion or chaos is caused by selfishness and indifference. Okay, number 4 thing that keeps us from unconditional love is disagreements. sometimes when we disagree, we take it too seriously. You know, sometimes we take it as far as want to harm someone, which is not right. Okay, we may see a situation that we don't understand, but that isn't an excuse to argue or get angry or get an attitude. Okay, I need to definitely work on that area, in this area. And we need to learn how to deal with conflict constructively or positively. Okay, some of my husband's relatives struggle with conflict resolution. Okay, instead of talking about the issue, they have disagreements over it, and they hold on to anger or bad attitudes for a long time. Okay, the fifth thing that keeps us from unconditional love is jealousy. Someone may have accomplished something that we have been working on for years to try to accomplish. Okay, so I sometimes feel some type of way toward someone that we may feel some type of way towards someone that has something that we don't have. Okay, sometimes I feel jealous because my children seek advice from other people instead of me, and I feel sometimes that, I can give them advice. All they have to do is ask. So I feel some type of way about that sometimes, and also jealous, I don't know. So the sixth thing that keeps us from unconditional love, we make assumptions. We don't even know the whole story. We don't know the fact. We don't know the truth. And we make assumptions without even having a conversation or communicating with whomever. Okay? A conversation that I had with my husband, how I was feeling, I made the assumption that after I expressed my feelings that he would have an attitude about it, but surprisingly he was very understanding, and he related to what I had to say. So you never know, about when you make assumptions, you never know unless you have that conversation and communicate to the person. Okay, the seventh thing that keeps us from unconditional love is holding on to grudges. We refuse to let things go that have happened 10 or 20 years ago. Like family not getting along, someone is still angry over something that happened, like I said, too long ago. So unresolved anger issues, or a person is unwilling to let it go, they may not even be aware that they're holding on to it, or may not know how to get over it. But there's always a way to seek help if we're having a problem or having a hard time dealing with or getting rid of our grudges. Okay, and something that's tied to grudges is like unforgiveness, which is the eighth thing that keeps us from unconditional love, and that's we feeling hurt over a situation that we feel that whomever doesn't deserve our forgiveness or our love. And we say, let's leave this in God's hands. But as humans, it gives us satisfaction to know that whoever that person is or whatever that situation is, to see the justice behind it, it kind of gives us satisfaction in knowing that, that they got their justice or whatever for their unjust actions, or they got consequences for their actions. So these were the 8 things that keep us from unconditional love. So let me know what you think, and until next time, take care.